Hey there, Todd. How's it going? My name is Courtney, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through 3 things that can help you attract more pet owners to your business. And the reason why I'm actually doing this is because lots of business owners, veterinarians, are just way too busy running their business, so they don't really have the time to figure out all the internet stuff, right? And honestly, a lot of the business owners just don't know who's an expert when it comes to this kind of thing. So here's what I'm actually going to do. I'm just going to show you 3 things you can actually use, which are content, citations, and backlinks. And if you like what you see and want to chat right after, cool, just shoot me a message back. All right, so let's hop right on in. So first thing I like to go over is your website content. And about your content, you want to make sure you have enough words on it. And I know that sounds simple, but let me explain. So when people search for what you do, Google has to figure out which business to show them. And one way it does that is by reading what's on your homepage. If there's only a couple of sentences, Google's not going to be sure about what you really do. So right now, your website is looking at about 322 words. And I went ahead and did the same thing for a couple of your competitors. Let me just refresh this. All right, so this is your top one over here. These guys are looking at 887, and then we have VBVH, and these guys are sitting at 533. This is very beatable, by the way. Just wanted to let you know that they just put in a little bit more effort into the content on their homepage. And what I mean by content, so everything that you see highlighted, this is what Google looks at when they scan through your site. And things like images, icons, all these things, you want to make sure that they are embedded with the correct content. And to be more specific, you want to make sure you have the right keywords, right? So keywords, if you're not familiar, are words or phrases that people search up to just help resolve their issues or concerns. You can miss out on a lot of pet owners by not having them on your website and by not having them properly placed, okay? So we're just going to take a look and see how this one is. All right, perfect. So this right here is not this one right here is not properly labeled with the correct keyword. So whoever you did your website, just want to go reach out to them just to get that settled. And what we're going to do next is we're going to head on over to SEMrush. This is a tool that essentially gives me behind the scenes details on things that Google looks at when it comes to ranking your site. And I came over here just for a few things, one of them being looking at your keywords. At the moment, you guys are ranking for 606 keywords. We're just going to take a little glance at what some of those are. So from a glance, I can see that these top ones are the most ideal for pet owners who are trying to find you guys. And the reason why is you don't want to have keywords that are just your business name, because not everyone knows your business name. So you want to make sure that you target keywords that are geared towards those pet owners. And I'll give you an example of what I mean. We're just going to take a look at one of your other competitors. These guys are ranking for a little over 1,000 words at the moment. And right, so perfect. This is a perfect example of keywords. Actually, these 3 are perfect examples of keywords that you will want to have on your website, because these are what people are searching up. These are exactly the phrases that people are searching up in the search results, okay? And what I actually want to do next is I'm going to take a keyword and I'm going to place it into Google, veterinarian Virginia Beach. And now we're just going to go over this page. And before that, so just want to wrap up the first thing. So your first thing you want to do is make sure the content on your homepage is has the right keywords on it, has the right content. And the sweet spot for how much content is 1,500 words. That's what studies have shown Google actually prefers. So, yeah, moving on to the second thing I like to go over, and that is getting listed in more places, or AKA, citations, all right? So this right here is the map pack, and getting into this top 3 right here is huge, because this is where people click, right? The higher you are, the more clicks you get. And in order to get there, you need to be listed on a bunch of different sites with their business's name, address, and phone number, right? So just to give you a better idea of what I mean. So here, right here, you want places like BBB, Yelp, City Star, Facebook, many more. And the goal is that you want to have more than your competitor. So the more places your info shows up correctly, the more Google trusts you in your business, and that they will bump you up in response to that. But in order to get ahead, you don't just want to match your competitor, right? You want to get listed on everything they have, and then add 50 to 100 more, because you want them to take a long time to catch back up. And how to actually go about getting this is there are tools out there that allow us to see what citations your competitors are listed on, and then you just go match those. All right. Okay. Oh, and so your name, address, and phone number. So those places, those are called citations, by the way. So that is what citations are. So heading on to the last thing, and that is getting other sites to link back to you guys, aka backlinks. And the thing is similar to up top. You want to be in the top results, because again, this is where people click, right? The higher you are, the more clicks you get. And in order to get up there, you need Google to see you guys as an authority. Just someone who knows their stuff and are actually trustworthy. And how you actually get that authority is by having other websites linking back to you guys. So for example, think of it like this. If a local news site or a community blog mentions your business and links to your website, that's them basically giving you guys that authority of trust. Like, hey, we trust these guys. They are really good at what they do. I recommend them. Google looks at that and they will see that, and it will give you a bit of a boost upward, right? But not all links are equal, right? Considering you guys are a veterinary hospital, you want to make sure you get backlinks that are relevant to your business. In this sense, it is quality over quantity, right? So you want to make sure you get the correct type of backlinks. So for example, having something like a blog talking about dog hair, right? That is something that is a lot more effective to having linked back towards you guys versus, say, a Pizza Hut, right? So you just want to make sure that the links are relevant and they actually make sense. Heading back over here to SEMrush, this is a tool that can also have us look at backlinks. You guys are sitting at 543, and we're just going to take a look at your competitor. These guys are sitting at 255, and these guys are sitting at 171. And just want you guys to keep in mind that it is quality over quantity. So there are backlinks that there's one backlink that can be way more powerful than like 10 backlinks. It just depends on where you get your backlink from. So just wanted to mention that, right? So that's pretty much all for this video. In closing, we went over content. You want to get around 1,500 words on your homepage. This makes it easy for Google and pet owners to understand your business. Your citations, you want to get your business name, address, and phone number listed on 200 to 300 sites. This will beat out your competition by a long shot. And backlinks, you want to get other relevant websites to link back to you guys, so Google sees you guys as the authority. Do these 3 things and you guys are going to be way ahead of your competition. Like, what you can do with this information is you can totally go and do this yourself. But if you want to skip the learning curve and want to discuss a game plan, I would be more than happy to, sit down and talk with you guys. So if you want, just give me a call or shoot me a text at 218-517-5513. Either way, I really hope this helped. Have a great day. Bye.